Shot in 4K ultra high definition. Your number one source for local news. WRAL News. Coverage you can count on.
Breaking news, a local business damaged. The building wrecked when a car slammed right into the front. What officers are doing now, 4 hours after the crash.
And of course, yesterday was gray and cool. Those clouds are starting to move on out. We'll still have a northerly flow, keeping things cool today. I'll let you know what it will feel like as you head out.
And big moments at the MTV Video Music Awards. New this morning, the post-show celebrations and unique fashion choices that have filled social media feeds. Also, the moments that people are talking about today. Good morning, everyone. It is 4:30. Hope you had a wonderful and restful weekend. Glad you're back with us on this Monday morning. And what people are talking about is how fabulous our weather feels once again with these fall-like temperatures. Meteorologist Elizabeth Gardner tracking our temperatures for us this morning.
Yeah, ooh, what a weekend it was. It was hot and steamy on Saturday and then cool and gray on Sunday. So it was a quick switch there. So we are still dealing with our Sunday weather. We have cloudy skies across our area right now. Our temperature is 61, but our dew point's 56. So we've seen a nice drop in our humidity, and that'll be the case going forward for today. Looking at 50s in Roxborough and South Hills, 60s in our southern counties, looking at low 60s in the Triangle area as well. And we're still cloudy this morning as you're heading out the door, but Futurecast is showing that sunshine breaking out around the middle of the morning, and we should see a good bit of sun during the afternoon. But still, even with some sunshine, our temperatures should be nice and cool like yesterday. Lunchtime 71, highs will be in the mid 70s. It's dry today. We'll talk about when our next chance of rain will be coming up.
Sounds good, Elizabeth. Thank you. Breaking news, a Raleigh business is cleaning up this morning after a car crashed into it overnight. This happened at Carolina's Kettle over on Hillsborough Street. That's where we find Ali Kadlubar in the WRAL Breaking News Tracker. And Ali, police are still looking for the person or people responsible.
Renee, witnesses told police they saw two people run away from the crash. And right now we can see this section, it's taped off. You can see the Carolina Kettle entrance, and next to it is that large hole. You can see the metal bent and the bricks also damaged as well, damage to the inside. This is video from the WRAL Breaking News Tracker. It gives you a better look at the scene. Police got here around 12:40 a.m. They found a car crashed into the side of Carolina Kettle. The car's front bumper was damaged. The driver was not on the scene. Police searched the area for the people involved. They searched all around this area, Western Boulevard as well. And so they haven't found that person or the people involved yet. As of 2:30 a.m., we are working to find out if anybody has been arrested, as well as what led up to this crash and the damage left inside for the business owners. Reporting in Raleigh, Ali Kadlubar, WRAL News.
New this morning, state elections leaders are getting together to discuss the process for addressing incomplete or mismatched voter registration information. This all stems from that lengthy state Supreme Court battle that questioned the validity of some ballots. WRAL's Laura Levine is here to explain. Laura, that Supreme Court race was decided. This is the follow-up to ensure that voters do not have any future problems.
It is. Good morning, Renee. So we know election officials are meeting today to really discuss the new proposed guidance. They're also working to contact some of the affected voters, directing them to this website with the DMV to walk them through the next steps of how to update their records. Now, this comes after the state was sued by the U.S. Justice Department, which questioned the registrations of about 200,000 voters in the state. The State Elections Board and the DOJ have agreed on ways that some of these voters can cast a ballot. About 81,000 voter records were missing some ID information. Now they'll have to vote with provisional ballots if their registrations aren't updated before the election. Another 98,000 have information that doesn't match other state or federal records. They'll be able to vote with regular ballots if election officials approve new guidance today. So the State Board of Elections, they're going to have this in-person meeting at 9 a.m. here at the Dobbs building behind me on Salisbury Street. Laura Levine, WRAL News, live in Raleigh.
Law enforcement officials just outside our area are looking for a young child with disabilities. The Randolph County Sheriff's Office, next to Moore County, says a nonverbal 7-year-old wandered off yesterday. Here's a picture of Liam King. Your phone may have sent you an alert yesterday evening about his disappearance. He was last seen in Asheboro wearing a light blue and black hoodie and black sweatpants. Deputies say he might run off if you try to approach him. Please call 911 if you see him. The trial for the North Carolina man accused of trying to assassinate President Donald Trump begins today. Greensboro native Ryan Ruth faces federal charges. Investigators say he staked out Mar-a-Lago last summer with a rifle during the presidential campaign. A Secret Service agent spotted Ruth and shot at him before he ran off and was later captured. Ruth chose to defend himself in the case. He also faces separate state charges over the incident. Today, Durham County commissioners are expected to vote to honor the legacy of a longtime Durham leader. The board will discuss renaming an administrative building after Bill Bell. Bell was the mayor of the city and a Durham County commissioner. The public will have a chance to voice their opinions, and a vote will take place after the public hearing. New surveillance video shows the moment a man stabs a woman to death on a light rail train in Charlotte. You can see the woman get on and sit right in front of DeCarlos Brown. Well, 4 minutes later, Brown takes out what looks like a pocket knife and stabs her multiple times. We have paused the video just before the attack. The woman collapsed as Brown took off his sweater to wrap his hand and got off the train. Officers arrested him on the platform shortly after. President Trump called the attack horrible.
You've seen this video, and do you have any reaction to it?
Yeah, where was it? The subway was where?
She was in Charlotte on a light train, and she stabbed multiple times by a
Horrible. No, I haven't heard. When did this happen?
It happened in August, but the video just came out.
I see, yeah, I see the video. I'll know all about it by tomorrow morning.
The transit agency says Brown did not have a ticket to ride the train, and no security was present in the car where the attack happened. An organization dedicated to advancing gender equity and creating an inclusive environment for women at NC State has been suspended. The Council on the Status of Women was suspended for the current academic year in compliance with the UNC system's new equality policy. That policy requires all schools within the system to eliminate diversity, equity, and inclusion efforts at those schools. Now, on the council's website, there's a message about the suspension. It reads in part, the decision was not an easy one and was made with sincere appreciation of the Council on the Status of Women and all its members, current and past, for their impact and dedication to the work of the council over the years. UNC Chapel Hill and North Carolina Central University gave updates on their efforts to implement the equality policy last month. UNC eliminated 20 roles and 41 vacant positions. It realigned 27 other jobs. NC Central has realigned funds from the Office of DEI to the Department of Student Development and Support. Both schools say the work toward compliance is ongoing. Some of the hottest musical artists in the nation are celebrating this morning after a historic evening at last night's Video Music Awards. Ariana Grande took home the night's top prize, Video of the Year, for her work on the musical short film Brighter Days Ahead. Minutes before that, Grande also won Best Pop Award for her work. She teased that we'll see you on tour before walking off the stage. And making history last night, Busta Rhymes accepted the first ever MTV VMA Rock the Bells Visionary Award. This award is honored for boundary-breaking cultural impact and an indomitable musical career.
Thank y'all so much, man. The blessings don't stop, so we don't stop, baby.
In his acceptance speech, Busta paid tribute to the late MTV journalist and talk show host Ananda Lewis, who died in June at the age of 52 after her battle with breast cancer. The first Sunday night football game of the new NFL season was a nail-biter. The Buffalo Bills were down 35-20 with 4 minutes left in the game against the Baltimore Ravens before the team mounted an incredible comeback. Quarterback Josh Allen helped the Bills put up 2 touchdowns in the final minutes, then marched down the field to set up kicker Matt Prater for this 32-yard field goal as the clock hit 0. And they won the game 41-40. Exciting. The Carolina Panthers season got off to a rough start. Bryce Young turned the ball over 3 times as the Panthers lost to the Jacksonville Jaguars on the road 26-10. The team will now turn its attention to its Week 2 matchup that will be against the Arizona Cardinals next week. Bill Belichick got his first Carolina win over the weekend. The Tar Heels slogged their way to victory last night over the Charlotte 49ers, 20-3. Tonight on WRAL News at 6, UNC's big bet on Bill Belichick. Millions of dollars are pouring in, but where is it all really going? WRAL investigates, follows the football money trail. That's tonight at 6. Right now, preparations are underway in Hawaii as Hurricane Kiko moves across the ocean and toward the Pacific Islands. Although the Category 2 hurricane is hundreds of miles away, it's expected to pass through as a tropical storm later this week. The National Hurricane Center says the storm could bring potentially life-threatening surf and rip currents to the islands. While still unsure of the exact forecast track, emergency officials are warning that people in Hawaii should use this time to prepare and to stock up on hurricane supplies. Economic anxiety. Experts worry the economy could be hitting college students and new grads the hardest. What big milestones are getting pushed off? Plus, rebuilding I-40, a new look at the progress of interstate repairs nearly a year after Hurricane Helene. The next steps needed to keep the project on track. It is feeling like fall again. Here is a live look at the American Tobacco campus in Durham. Just ahead, meteorologist Elizabeth Gardner will show you which mornings you may want to grab that jacket.
From the WRAL Severe Weather Center, North Carolina's most experienced team of meteorologists.
4:44, taking a look outside. We have the top of the tower lit in purple for cloudy skies this morning. Of course, it was a very cloudy, cool day yesterday. We're going to start that way this morning, but we won't end up that way. We'll end up with some sunshine later on today. We take a look at temperatures heading out the door, mostly in the triangle and around the bulk of the area. Temperatures are in the low to mid 60s. A little breezy there in Wilson. The whirligigs are spinning a little bit. It is 63 there, 61 in Durham, and 63 degrees right now in Fayetteville. Back to school planner, or a school day planner, I should say. Temperatures in the upper 50s, so the kids might be happy in just maybe a long sleeve shirt to start with. And it does stay on the cool side. Temperatures will be in the mid 70s, which will be comfortable. And even though it's gray now, we're looking at some sunshine later on this afternoon. We'll talk about how long our highs will stay below normal through the week coming up.
Elizabeth, thank you. Raleigh police say a police car was hit by a driver under the influence. This happened around midnight Saturday on Carolina Pines Avenue near Granite Street. Officers say the driver crossed the center line, hitting the police car. There was an officer in the cruiser, but no one was injured. The driver was charged with driving while impaired. Starting today, a major road closure may impact some drivers commuting into Fort Bragg. The entire length of Manchester Road from Morganton to Lamont Road will be closed for repaving. The closure is expected to last for 45 days. The goal is to make sure the driving surface is wider, smoother, and safer for drivers. People driving to Fort Bragg from Moore County should go a different way. This week, Morrisville is inviting you to bring your furry friends by to celebrate the opening of its new dog park. The site on Franklin Upchurch Senior Street will be ready for dogs and their owners on Tuesday. It has 2 areas, one for big dogs and one for smaller dogs. It's the town's first designated dog park. The town is holding a First Fetch event at 4 on Tuesday afternoon. The 2 winners of this weekend's $1 billion Powerball jackpot are still a mystery. We know one ticket was sold in Missouri and another sold in Texas. Those matched all of the numbers for the $1.8 billion prize. We do not know who bought those tickets. The winners are likely getting everything sorted out and speaking with financial experts before cashing in. In North Carolina, 3 people won $100,000 and 5 won $50,000. The jackpot reset to $20 million for tonight's drawing, and you can watch the Powerball live tonight on WRAL right before our news at 11. Some economists worry the current state of the economy is hitting college students and post-grads especially hard. It's getting harder for them to find jobs and to set up financial independence. CB Cotton examines some of the challenges weighing heaviest on new graduates.
Young people who have graduated college and those still in school are facing road bumps in gaining financial independence.
The idea that you want to be able to support yourself, perhaps support a partner, buy or rent your own home yourself without having to live with roommates.
Experts say elevated mortgage rates and the overall rising cost of living are making it harder for most young Americans to buy a home. Assistant Professor of Economics Rohan Shah says living at home with parents can have its pros and cons.
Young adults save on rent. The other side of things, of course, is that by living with their parents, young adults are constrained to their parents' location. Their parents are not necessarily in a big city or a place with a lot of high-paying jobs.
A 2024 Pew Research Center survey revealed young Americans had the lowest job satisfaction compared to other age groups.
Could well be because more young adults are living with their parents and so less able to find jobs that are essentially what they trained for.
Shaw suggests more affordable housing options could bring young adults to cities with higher paying jobs.
Increasing that supply will reduce housing costs for everyone. There'll be a filtering down effect.
Young degree holders are facing one of the toughest job markets in over a decade, as some businesses hold off on hiring new workers because of the economic uncertainty.
Economists say all of those factors have young people pushing back important milestones, including when they'll be able to get married or have children. New video shows DOT's efforts at the Tennessee state line to repair I-40. Right now, crews are building bridges so they can access and store materials near the interstate. We've reported on efforts to repair the highway after Hurricane Helene caused extensive damage. The DOT does not expect the road to fully reopen there for another 3 years. We are bringing you stories of heartbreak and hope in the mountains 1 year after the hurricane. It's all part of our new WRAL documentary, Helene, What We Lost, What We Found. It airs Thursday, September 25th at 7:30 on TV or wherever you stream WRAL. It is 4:50 on your Monday morning. Let's get to meteorologist Elizabeth Gardner. And despite some showers over the weekend, we're looking dry for the next several days, aren't we?
We are. All that rain is moving on out that we saw yesterday. And we take a look at downtown Raleigh right now. We have cloudy skies, a little light breeze going. You can see the flags here in front of the legislative building. Our temperature is 61, so that's nice and comfortable. Our dew point's at 56, so we started to dry things out. Temperatures may drop into the upper 50s shortly, and then we climb up to around 70 degrees at lunchtime. And by that point, we should be seeing some sunshine. We're in the mid to upper 50s around Roxborough and South Hill, low 60s in the Triangle, and mid 60s down around Fayetteville and Clinton. We take a look at our temperatures in the Triangle, 61 in Cary and Raleigh, as well as Garner and in Knightdale. Holly Springs at 61 and Fuquay-Varina down there at 62. Our temperatures this morning are running anywhere from 5 to about 10, almost 15 degrees cooler than yesterday in some places. So you might notice the difference if you happen to be out early. We also have some cloud cover. Still a bit of a southerly flow here at the surface, and we're seeing northerly flow up just above the surface. And so that's helping to hold some clouds in for us this morning. But watch how quickly those move out. We'll use Futurecast here, and you can see by the time we get to 7, we should be seeing a little bit of sunshine, maybe around Roxborough, Durham, South Hill. And then by around 10 a.m., it's clear in the Triangle. And then finally, our southern counties, maybe early afternoon, we begin to see a bit of sunshine breaking out. Our temperatures will be comfortable, 77 in Raleigh, 75 in Durham, and 80 degrees in Fayetteville for this afternoon. We have low pressure that's going to be just to our east. The low pressure system and high pressure system together are helping to bring that northerly flow, which is going to keep our temperatures on the cool side for this week. 85 is our normal high. We're in the 70s through Wednesday, and then low 80s on Thursday and Friday, so we stay below normal. And our humidity feels pretty comfortable as well. We keep it in the mid 50s to right around 60, which is not bad for this time of year. I expect the morning lows tomorrow to be a good bit cooler. It could be at 48 in Roxborough, 55 in Rocky Mount, 58 in Goldsboro, so you may need a little bit more of a jacket. But the afternoons are going to feel great tomorrow. The Durham Bulls take their last homestand. Temperatures during the game should be in the 70s, and we'll see partly cloudy skies. We do get back into the 80s by Thursday and Friday. The weekend looks lovely with temperatures in the low 80s.
It does look lovely. Elizabeth, thank you. The History of Black TV. A new documentary chronicles the legacy of Black representation in television, where you can watch the film tomorrow.